Hey there, you with the stars in your eyes. My name is Kiris. I'm starcasting to you from the City of Angels. Thank you so much for being here and listening to the Voice of Astrology podcast. This is your astrology cosmic superpower for the week beginning Sunday, March 1st through Saturday, March 7th, 2026. Let's journey together with astrology and explore how to connect with the stars, the planets, the energies for our new week ahead. Sunday, the sun's day, we start off the week with the moon in Leo, which is ruled by the sun. Leo is loyal, loving, it's heart-centered, rules over the desires and wants of the heart. And what the moon in Leo wants today is to become more aware, more conscious of where we are in conflict within ourselves, in the emotional body, which is the moon. The moon in Leo is making a fire trine flow to Chiron, the wounded healer in Aries. Aries is the newborn baby, the true authentic self. Aries is ruled by Mars, which is action, and it is also the conflict potentially. Now, the moon trine Chiron in Aries is getting more aware, more conscious of where we are at war. This is Mars with Aries within ourselves. And so within as without. This is how we are starting off the week. The desire for healing and more awareness. This is fire. This is light of where we are in conflict within and also where we are in conflict on the outside. As within, so without. Monday, the moon's day, we still have the moon in Leo, and the moon in Leo is making and applying square to Uranus and Taurus, ruled by Venus. This is very surprising and unsettling because Leo and Taurus, they are two feral signs of the zodiac, meaning wild and free. Expect the unexpected. The moon in Leo then makes an opposition aspect to Mars at the ending degree of Aquarius. Now, the ending degrees of Aquarius, 28, 29 degrees, the Mars activates the solar eclipse that we just had at 28 degrees Aquarius. After that happens with the moon opposition Mars, which again is very expect the unexpected, unsettling, it's turbulence, it's volatile. The moon then moves into cool earth, dry, mutable earth, Virgo ruled by Mercury. Mercury is now retrograde in the sign of Pisces. This is a time to really think and take a pause before you say anything. Also on Monday, the moon's day, Mars does enter Pisces ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is big, over the top. It just keeps going, doesn't know when to quit. It increases. And so this is the Mars in Pisces that just keeps taking the action and not stopping and taking a pause. Tuesday, Mars's day, we still have the moon in Virgo with the full moon total lunar eclipse at 12 degrees Virgo. This is the shining of the light on where the Pisces Virgo axis of health and healing, also common sense, is being brought into the spotlight from the universe, the cosmos. And this is also with the moon on this day making a sextile aspect to Jupiter exalted in Cancer. This is the practicality, but also the Jupiterian faith and belief that the healing can and will begin. This is the moon, the emotional body in Virgo, making that sextile aspect of opportunity to Jupiter exalted in Cancer. The moon goes with Cancer, and so this sextile to Jupiter exalted in Cancer is the great desire and the emotional need, always the moon, for home, family, and especially with Cancer, the feeling of that you are safe, that you are protected, loved, and with your loved ones, your family. Wednesday, Mercury's day, the moon then enters Libra, and the moon in Libra makes an opposition aspect to Neptune in Aries, Saturn in Aries, in conjunct to Mars in Pisces, and then the moon in Libra makes an air trine flow to Pluto in Aquarius. The air trine flow between the moon and Pluto in Aquarius is really going to another level of depth and intensity about power and how we can open up communication. These are the air signs, Libra and Aquarius, so that the conversation, the communication, if you will, can move us into a place of the collective feeling that they are seen and heard. Thursday, Jupiter's day, we have the sun in Pisces making a water trine flow to Jupiter exalted in Cancer. This is a lot of water and emotion. It's also the trine ease connection, which is creative with all of the energy of emotion. Channel your creativity, your emotion into some type of artistic project. Whatever it is that you could do, it can be elevated to the level of an art form. Wonderful aspect here to do so. The moon in Libra then makes a square aspect to Jupiter exalted in Cancer. The moon Cancer connection is wanting it all and then some. So again, how you take the emotion, the ocean of emotion, which is this water component, and funnel it, channel it into something creative. This can be very, very productive. Friday, Venus's day, Venus does change signs. Venus moves into her detrimental placement of Aries. Venus in Aries is the opposite, the furthest away from Venus in her home sign, her castle in the sign of Libra. Now, Venus in Libra, Venus in Taurus, this is about cooperation, harmony, getting along. When Venus is in Aries, the cosmos is spotlighting for us that if we just go the Venus in Aries way, which is it's all about me, Aries is the I am, then we are the furthest away. We are in detriment from Venus at her best, which is peace, cooperation, harmony, getting along, where we all move into the future together. Saturday, Saturn's day, the moon now is in her fall placement of Scorpio, ruled by Mars. Now, the moon in Scorpio makes inconjunct aspects of frustration to Neptune in Aries, Saturn in Aries. Aries is also ruled by Mars, Scorpio, and Aries. Now, this blending of fire and water, again, it's very passionate. It's a lot of energy. And with the moon in Scorpio also making a square to Pluto in Aquarius, then again, we want to feel out a situation before we say or do anything. This also can be quite productive if we are willing to go into those murky underwater waters of the Plutonian power struggle energy. We have to be willing to go to feelings that are not pleasant, feelings and emotions that we may perhaps try to avoid at all costs, but it's kind of like digging up the poison and getting rid of what needs to go emotionally as we are closing out the week on Saturday, Saturn's day. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Have a fabulous week. It can be a very productive week. I will see you all in the stars.